So, as promised, I am here today to tell you about my new obsession. And spoiler alert, the title gave it away. I know, but it is what it is. Yes, I am obsessed with comics, and I have bought around 4 to 5 new Moon Knight comics, which I will show you a photo on the screen right now. If you have any suggestions on Marvel Comics I should give a go afterwards, do let me know in the comments, and I will most likely add it to my read list, which I will get to at some point. So you're probably wondering, out of any Marvel character to be obsessed with, why Moon Knight? Well, let me break it down. First off, just look at him. I'm not even joking when I say the character design alone was enough to pull me in. Like the all white suit, the hood, the cape that sometimes looks like literal crescent moons. It's just clean, like ridiculously clean, and at the same time, it's kind of eerie, I guess, because most superheroes are designed to stand out with bright colours. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, all of those. But Moon Knight goes the complete opposite direction. He's just white, like completely white. And what's cool about that is it's not to hide, it's actually the opposite. There's this whole idea that he wants to be seen. He wants criminals to notice him coming, which is kind of terrifying if you think about it. Like, imagine you're doing something shady at night and you just see this white figure standing on a rooftop just watching you. Nah, I'm going home immediately. Like, nah. I mean, that makes sense because his whole stick is like protect the travelers of the night. So, but design aside, the thing that really hooked me, and I mean like really hooked me, is the psychological side of the character. Moon Knight isn't just your typical hero. He's deeply tied to themes of mental illness, specifically dissociative identity disorder. I can't fucking say the word, you know what I mean. He has did. And that's where like characters like Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley come into play. And depending on the run you read, you're never 100% sure what's real and what isn't. Like when I was reading The Moon Knight, Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood, that run, I generally had moments where I had to stop and go, wait, what is actually happening right now? Is he in a mental hospital? Is he Moon Knight? Is Khonshu even real? And that confusion is intentional. It puts you in his head, and honestly, it's such a unique reading experience in comparison to other Marvel comics. And that leads into the lore, which is just insane, by the way. You've got Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon, who may or may not be manipulating Mark the entire time. And that's the thing, you never really know if Khonshu is a real god or hallucination or something in between. Some runs lean heavily into the supernatural side of things, while others keep it more grounded and psychological. And that balance is what makes Moon Knight so interesting, because unlike most heroes in Marvel Comics, there's no clear answer, there's no this is the truth, it's all up for interpretation, most of the time. And honestly, I love that he's not just another perfect hero, not at all. He's brutal, he's unpredictable, sometimes he's doing the right thing, but in completely the wrong way. And other times you're reading and thinking, are we sure he's even a hero? That moral grey area makes him more interesting than your typical clean-cut superhero. Because let's be real, sometimes those characters can get a bit, well, samey. Moon Knight, he never feels samey. He just doesn't. Now talking about the comics I've read so far, because I think this is where it really clicked for me. The Jeff Lemire run, probably one of the most mind-bending things I've read so far. The Warren Ellis run, super clean, very stylized, almost like a short, sharp stories, and just that they're just great. And the Charlie Houston run as well, which is way more grounded, a bit darker, and honestly, much more brutal. And now I've just started the Jed Mackey's run. I can't say his name, whatever, doesn't matter. And from what I've heard, This is like peak modern Moon Knight. So yeah, expectations are very high. Another thing I have to mention is the art style across these runs. Moon Knight comics just looks so different compared to the others. There's a lot of contrast, shadows, creative panel layouts, and again, loads of white space used in clever different ways. It just adds to that whole unsettling vibe. Like, even when nothing crazy is happening, it still feels tense. So yeah, when you combine a unique and honestly iconic design, deep psychological storytelling, unclear mysterious lore, and a morally grey main character, you end up with something that just feels completely different from anything else I've read, or even seen on Marvel or Disney or whatever. And that's why I'm currently obsessed. And yeah, that is basically where I'm at right now with Moon Knight. Fully obsessed, no shame about it, I don't care. And I've still got a ton more to read, especially with the Jed Mackey run. So if that ends up being as good as everyone says it is, there is a very high chance you'll see me rambling on about this again. Like, I'm just kind of warning you right now, so yeah, just don't mind that. But yeah, if you've read any Moon Knight comics, let me know what you think. Like, what's your favourite run? Am I missing something that I need to read next? Drop it in the comments, because I'm 100% building out a reading list from this. And if you've never read Moon Knight before, honestly, I'd just say give it a go. It's weird, it's confusing at times, but that's kind of the point. And once it clicks, it really clicks. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, whatever you think this video is worth, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Boom. Boom.